Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with atbbq.com, and on today's episode of Veg Out, we're making tomato toast. We know and love avocado toast, and today's recipe is very similar. In fact, I'm going to tell you there's still avocado in it, but the star of the show is the tomatoes. It's hot in Kansas right now, it's summertime, and that means the tomatoes are getting ripe, and so that's why we're going to be utilizing some tomatoes straight out of the man behind the camera's garden. And we're putting together our avocado toast with tomatoes. Now this is a pretty simple recipe. The most time-consuming part of it is that we're going to roast off some garlic to make a garlic mayo. But we're not going to do a whole head, just need a few cloves. We're going to smash those, peel them, and throw them in some foil with olive oil. Drizzle in a couple tablespoons of olive oil. And then we're going to throw these on the griddle that we're cooking the toast on. And just let them roast until they're tender. So I got a new griddle, pretty excited about it. It's called the Fusion Griddle. This thing looks pretty impressive. I've been excited to cook on it, and we're gonna cook on it today. For the roasting process, I don't wanna burn this garlic, so I've set a wire rack on here, and then we're gonna close the lid, trap in that heat, and just over medium heat, we're gonna let this roast. Let's do a little knife work while that garlic is roasting. We've got here a couple of beefsteak tomatoes fresh out of Justin's garden. I'm gonna cut them fairly thick, because this is the meat of our sandwich, essentially. And while we're calling this tomato toast, that's just because it's toasted, but it's essentially an open-faced sandwich. Now I'm gonna mix in with Justin's heirloom beefsteaks and heirloom yellow tomato that I bought from the store. So next we'll go ahead and slice up our avocados around the world here. Get that pit out. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about people cutting themselves while they're slicing their avocados. So today, instead of using a knife, we'll just use our spreader right here to cut the slices, and then we can put the pit back in and scoop them out when we're ready to make the toast. Now, if we leave these open just like this until our toast is ready to be made, then they're gonna oxygenate, they're gonna get brown. So that's why we're just gonna put everything back together. Keep that oxygen out of there. For the bread, I'm using a sourdough, and we're gonna slice it fairly thick. That way we can get it crunchy on the outside and still soft on the inside. So these have been on for about 20 minutes. If we press into the garlic, they're softened now, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Now we're gonna put together this very simple roasted garlic mayo. Got a half cup of Duke's here. Pluck that garlic out of the oil and give it a nice fine mince. Pop that in with the mayo and just give it a good stir. Let's go ahead and toast our bread now. I'm gonna put down about 4 tablespoons of butter. This is low heat. So go slow, toast easy. Let's get some nice golden brown and flip these over. Let's take a look here. Oh, those are looking good. Give it a little toast on the other side, and we'll go build our tomato toast. Toast is looking good. Let's go build these things up. So we're gonna put some mayo down on the toast first. Smelling wonderfully garlicky. Then we've got our avocado. Just spread that out. Hit it with a little bit of butter lettuce here. And then we'll start to layer on our tomatoes. And let's not forget, a little bit of salt goes a long way when it comes to fresh tomatoes. Now we'll add a little bit of acidity with these pickled red onions from Casey Canning Company. And then top it all off with some funky feta. These tomatoes are drippy. Fresh tomatoes, that's why I have the moisture barrier with the lettuce underneath. Let's get a taste. That is deliciously messy. It's got fantastic layers of texture and flavor. The bread is still soft in the middle, but you've got plenty of crunch on it. That garlic mayo showing up for sure. Then the fresh tomato, I mean, like I said, star of the show. You're gonna get these while they're fresh, get them while they're in season. And honestly, it's just super refreshing. You can have this for breakfast, lunch, or a snack. It's pretty much good anytime. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out atbbq.com for all the products featured in today's video. If you enjoy the recipe, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to atbbq.com/thesauce. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.